the idea of investing in multifamily real estate, owning 2, 3, 4, 8, 16 units at a time scare you? Does it seem overwhelming and daunting and just something you want to leave off your plate? You're going to stick to single family homes? Today, I want to share with you 5 reasons why you should consider investing in multifamily properties. I'm Andrew Lewis, real estate investor and entrepreneur with over 10 years experience building and growing a real estate team and investing in real estate. Before we jump into today's video, make sure that you hit that like button, leave us a comment, any questions you might have about multifamily properties, we'd love to answer those. And as always, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on future updates. I'm here to help you break out of the 9-to-5, gain financial freedom, and grow wealth through real estate. Let me be honest for a second, multifamily real estate investing is something that scared me early on in my career. As a real estate agent, I was super familiar with single family homes, buying those properties, going through the escrow process, putting a tenant in there. So I often stuck to what was familiar for me. And it wasn't until I started doing some additional research on multifamily investing that got me super excited about this because of all the advantages that come along with it. So let's dive into 5 reasons why you need to consider investing in multifamily real estate. Reason number 1 to consider investing in multifamily real estate is cash flow. The number 1 thing I hear when I talk to real estate investors, when I say, what is your goal? What are you looking to accomplish with this purchase? The number 1 thing I hear over and over and over again is I want as much cash flow as I can get. When the market changes, that can be difficult in some places, but when it comes to investing in multifamily properties, a 2, 3, 4, 8, 16 unit property, you typically are going to get higher cash flows. How does that work out? Well, you're typically buying something a little bit more expensive and it's coming with more units, more opportunities to earn income, more units you can fix up that increase cash flow. So the more units you own, the more cash flow you have. And if it's all condensed into one building, it's much easier and more affordable to get into. So reason number 1, you're gonna increase that cash flow. Reason number 2, multifamily units come with better economies of scale. What the heck does that mean? That means you get to actually spread out your expenses across multiple units, your taxes, your insurance, your maintenance, all of those pieces. If you had single family properties all over the place, those major expenses are per unit. But on multifamily, that one building that has multiple units attached to it, you get to spread those out. And so you actually become more profitable on a per unit scale. So better economies of scale when it comes to multifamily. Reason number 3, there's less risk when it comes to owning multiple units. How does this work out? Well, if you have a non-paying tenant, somebody you have to evict on a single family home, you've lost all income for that one property for the entirety of that process. With multifamily, if you have 4 units and one person stops paying, you still have 3 other people continuing to support that payment. So you've got less risk. Then let's consider vacancy. When somebody moves out from your single family home, you're without rent for the entire period that house is vacant. So if you have a $4,000 a month payment on that property, that's all out of your pocket. On multifamily, when one person moves out, it's not a big deal because again, you've got 3 other people, or depending on how many units you have, you've got other people supporting the income on that property. So it's less risk, less money that could come out of your pocket due to vacancy or non-payment of tenants. Reason number 4, it is easier to manage a multifamily property. And I'm using that in terms of you own 4 units there. They're all within the same place. It's much easier to care for those 4 units all together because they're on the same property, right? If the plumbing goes down, you take care of it on that one property and you fixed a problem for 4 people. If you have multiple single family homes all over the place and something goes wrong at multiple of those homes, you've got to go to 2 different locations, send out 2 different contractors. So it's much easier and much more cost effective to take care of problems when it comes to multifamily, as well as a property manager. Somebody could live on the property and care for it. So it's much easier to care for it, much easier to manage it, and it's going to cost you less in the long run on the multifamily side. Last but not least, multifamily has better value for appreciation. How does that work out? Well, I said it a little bit earlier. Typically, you're gonna spend just a little bit more to get into multifamily, not in relation to 2 single family homes, but as far as units go, it's gonna be just a little bit more initial cost to get into that property. So you've got something that's appreciating at a higher level. So you're gonna earn a little bit more appreciation because you're starting with a higher price point And if you keep a healthy tenancy inside of there and continue to increase rents and you can show profit on that property, that also is going to help increase the value. So appreciation is a huge, huge factor when it comes to multifamily investing. With all of these advantages to investing in multifamily real estate, why not consider it? Even if it's a little scary to you, get your feet wet, jump into your first duplex, then move on to a triplex, and then you can jump into something crazy like 8, 16, 32 units, whatever it takes. But get your feet wet there, experience, see these advantages for yourself, and then continue to grow your unit count as you continue investing in multifamily. I hope you enjoyed today's video. As always, make sure you hit that like button, leave us a comment about any questions you have about investing in multifamily, where the best locations are to invest in multifamily. We'd be happy to share that with you as well. And hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on future updates. I'm here to help you break out of the 9 to 5, gain financial freedom, and grow wealth through real estate. We'll see you next time.